Hi. So today's gonna be very calm, very soothing. It's early in the morning for me, so I thought we could have a cup of coffee, knit, and have a little chat. I wanted to just kind of have like a knitting circle kind of moment where, I'd be happy if someone told me that they fell asleep to this video, that this video sent them off into slumber, or if you just want to sit yourself and act like we're in our own little knitting circle together. That would be ideal. So that's the goal. I'm gonna work on a project and talk about something that I just want to chat about. Take a step back. Try to be a little less chaotic since I've had an unnecessarily chaotic day the other day. I'll tell you, I got up, got dressed, completely ready for work. I put on makeup, put on pants, everything. Looked at the clock to see how much time I had left before I needed to leave the house. It was 1 a.m. I get up for work at 5. I was 4 hours early. I didn't believe my clock. So I had to look at another clock. I had to text my friend Emma and be like, it's not tomorrow morning, is it? Because I'm confused. So then I had to make the game time decision of, do I take my makeup off and go back to sleep, or do I risk sleeping in it and smearing it all over my face? So I was like, I'm not taking it off. I'm just going to bed. I haven't slept in makeup since I was in college. You should not sleep in your makeup. But I did it. Then my alarm went off again at 5 a.m. and I got ready for work a second time. That's not fun. I think the least fun part about going to work is the getting up to go to work, since I have to get up so early. So I need a calm. I need to relax. So we're gonna have my anxiety juice, coffee, and we're gonna knit and we're gonna talk. That's my spiel about what this thing is that I'm gonna do. I wanna do them every once in a while. Sometimes like to hear the sound of my own voice. You can come along with the journey if you'd like. Turn this off if you don't want that. So let's get into the chat. The project I'm working on is that Harry Styles cardigan that went viral a year ago. Please don't make fun of me, Gen Zers. I know I'm an old millennial who can't keep up with the times. So I thought today we could talk about gaining confidence as an adult. I have had this chat with a handful of people, the same conversation, and I have not been the one that brings this up. It's the other person. So I feel like I need to talk about it. This is my destiny. I turned 27 in a few weeks, and I was reflecting back on where I was 10 years ago, because that's good for my mental health. Let's go think about when you were 16 and 17 years old. So 16, 17 years old Kerry was in high school. I was just thinking back on my entire high school experience, and if I could do it now with the level of confidence I've gained as an adult, I would have had so much more fun. Again, yes, I know I'm an adult now, and hindsight is 2020. I thought in high school that everything I did, everything I wore, every person I talked to was being judged and looked at through a microscope, and people were really trying to judge me, when in reality, no one cares about you. No one cares about you like that. You might feel like it because your world is just so much smaller. In reality, 1, everybody feels that way. 2, no one cares. People aren't looking at you to find faults, which was what my mentality was at that age. And if they are, they have the problem. You're not the problem. If they are trying to nitpick you down and find every single little problem with you and let you know that they know about it, they're a bully, and you shouldn't even consider their input because they are doing it to be malicious. And it took me a long time to realize that as a teenager. I'm proud of the confidence that I did have at that age. I was constantly asked about my hair. So I had girls would ask me, why don't you just straighten your hair? And I was like, well, because I don't want to. I think the curls are really cool. They make me me. But yeah, even me in college, I was starting to really become myself, but it was still the kind of, your world is so small because your world is just your college campus, essentially. My first 2 years were a lot of me making sure that I didn't embarrass myself. Who cares? Honestly, who cares? Also hard because I was a TV film major. Your work got critiqued, and that was a great way to build up some thick skin. There is one project I did that everything that could go wrong did go wrong in this project, but I was able to finish it and hand it in on time. So I was like, that's enough for me. I know the grade's not going to be great. I know we're all going to tear it to shreds in the critique, but I was not prepared for my professor to go on for 45 minutes tearing it apart. If that class happened the year before, I think I would have cried. And I was like, well, I worked really hard on it because everything that could have gone wrong absolutely did go wrong. I at least handed in a project. There were, I think, 2 people in the class that didn't even finish, and they didn't get reprimanded, so I handed it in. I know it's not great. So happy that you felt that superior to me to have to talk about it for 45 minutes and really break down every single part that I knew was bad. I don't think I could have handled that. Just to let you know, it was okay. The professor did talk to me afterwards and she apologized for how harshly she critiqued it, but I knew all the problems with it. I'm fine with taking critiques now. I recently heard a great thing, allowing people to not like you. Then I still think you're doing a pretty good job. There still can be 100 people that like you with 10 people disliking you. And what really do those 10 people's opinions mean to you? Those that truly admire what you do or love you or really matter to you are the voices that you need to listen to, not some strangers. Like, I am completely satisfied if 10 people don't like me. Of course I want everyone to like me. I'm a person, I'm a human, but what's 10 people in the grand scheme of the world? Like, there's 7.8 billion people on this planet, and if 10 of them don't like you, I think you're doing a pretty good job there, bud. I don't know, like, even making little videos like this, I've always kind of been interested in. Like, every person my age, the reason they got into videos was like they would make little videos themselves. But you make little family videos. I made some things with my brother. I learned how to edit stuff on Windows Movie Maker on a desktop. But then when I got a little older, I really did not want to be in front of camera. I'm still not the most confident person in front of camera, and I would be a totally different person. Like, I would be too shy to do this in front of someone else. But that's something I'm working on. I mean, even if you go back, when I've been posting videos for like 6 weeks, if you go back to like the first 2 or 3, I'm like whispering because I'm just so shy. But you just gotta build confidence, and going out of your comfort zone really helps with that. I think one of the best things I did for my confidence was my senior year of college. I studied abroad. Not only was that a great way to pull me completely out of everything that I knew, I went completely by myself. I arrived not knowing a single person. No one knew me, which was kind of nice to have that complete blank fresh start, building up who my personal identity was and me getting to know me. And that, I think, has done wonders for my confidence, because I don't think before then I ever truly hung out with just myself. So it was the first time I like hung out with me, and like, you know, I had to like walk to the grocery store, so that was an hour of me just being by myself in my own head. It took me a while to realize I don't need to listen to a podcast or listen to music or watch a movie or have the TV on in the background for me to enjoy my time with me, because I'm fun. So fun. I had such a good but also a little bit toxic of a mentality while I was there. And it was that, do what you want, Kerry, because most likely you are never gonna see these people again. Embarrass yourself. Have a great time. Skip down the main street road if you want to. They can look at you and be like, that's a weird girl, but guess what? That's not following you home. Again, it was like a little bit reckless because, I mean, I was 21 in Ireland, so I got a little too drunk some nights and probably would have embarrassed myself if I was at home. But there I was just like, whatever, if I wake up tomorrow and move on. Which was kind of, oh my God, that was such an elite mentality. Was that I don't care what other people think because in 6 months it's not gonna affect my life. Which that was cool. But yeah, to any teens, there's any teens here, just remember you're young, your world is small, people really don't care. If they do, they're a big meanie butt, and that shouldn't affect you. If you like something, stick with it, especially if it doesn't harm anyone else. I think it's fine. I'm very into knitting, as I'm sure we all know, and people poke fun at it, but you gotta know, like, I'm I'm self-aware and I know this is a grandma hobby, but I do have grandma tendencies. Like, I love going to bed at 8 p.m. So good. But you find out that other people are also very into that. Like, it's a common hobby, but I feel like people don't publicize it because it's a very personal thing. Like, you sit at home and you knit. Like, it's not a group activity for the most part, right? Like, you can have a knitting circle, you can chat while you knit. Everybody in the room doesn't have to be knitting. I think it's very cool. I think as an adult too, it's a little bit more impressive. Like, if you made your own beef jerky, I'd be like, hell yeah, that's cool. Like, I don't know how to do that. But it could be the same thing with like someone being like, I'm so impressed that you have knit an entire sweater and you can wear it and it's not ugly. I don't know. Confidence is just something that you have to work on. Can't really be judged on anything. We're all human. I like to think back at younger me and hope that 16-year-old Kerry is cool with where I'm at. I think she would probably be like, your aesthetic is totally wrong, but we all change too. That's the thing. As you change and you grow, realize life is too short to be worried about what people think. Have fun with whatever you can do. I know it's difficult. Just do you. Honestly, wish I had more confidence when I was younger. If I could go back to high school, I would have so much more fun because I was very concerned about what people thought about me for a long time. And then even college too, I still had some confidence issues. I was, you're 18. Like, you don't have the world figured out by then. 18-year-old me was so stupid, like so ignorant. I am learning. Constantly learning, constantly growing, slightly fearful for the age of 30. So if anyone can tell me that it's not scary, that would be so great. I would really appreciate you. But I'm also very much looking forward to 30. I mean, I wouldn't say everyone's so confident at 30. I feel like people are less judgmental as they get closer and closer to 30. People just kind of let you do you now. I'm just very okay with that. As long as, like, if you're happy with what you're doing, that's all that matters. You gotta live with you. Like, there's no getting rid of you. And you should like yourself. I like me. Me is pretty cool. I don't think I could have said that when I was younger. I think I was too harsh on myself. Dude, just do what you want. You're gonna be so much happier if you just do what you want. Find love in that, because I can't find love in a man. We took it to be too personal again. It's okay, guys. I'm working on that. I don't know what else to say about that. I just had this conversation with my college roommates and then had it with 2 of my coworkers. And it was just interesting because all of them said the same thing. If I had the confidence I have now as somebody in their mid to late 20s, oh my God, this late 20s thing is getting to me. That if you had your confidence that I have now, oh my God, high school would have been so much more fun. I don't know if my rambling has made any sense. I'm glad we could knit together. Life is too short to be stuck in your mind. If you want to do something, I know I said this already, but if you really are into something or you really want to do something and it makes you happy and it doesn't hurt anybody else, what's the point of not doing it? Thanks for being here. I hope you want to come have my knitting circle with me later. Well, this is fun. Just do what makes you happy. Honestly, have fun with life. Talking about confidence. I live there. Holy hell, was I not myself. But I still loved it there. I did have some fun times. If anybody has found this and they want me to do it again, I would love to know if you have any other conversations you want to have with me. Wow, I'm really using my calm voice now. Let's have our knitting circle. Maybe I'll do this once a month. Take a step back. Speak to you as an adult lady. Thank you. Loved having you here. I hope you got to work on some nice knitting or you got to fall asleep to my soothing voice. Ew, I'm sorry. All right, have a great day. Loved having you here. Can't wait to see you later. Bye-bye.